beautiful fish. Hello and welcome to Chorley Springs. Join me and my friend James on this epic adventure. Well, here we are then. The sun is starting to break through just behind us, and James, my friend who's joined me for this fishing trip, is just stood by the water's edge. What are you doing?
Looking for fish.
Any fish?
Not that I can see so far.
We'll leave him to it.
Definitely fish in this pond.
Well, after what seemed like a quiet start, things have started to pick up here for us. We just had this absolutely astonishing carp. Take a look at this photo. Yes, an absolute smasher of a fish. Didn't really give me too much of a battle, to be honest. However, getting it actually in with the landing net was a bit of a challenge. Unfortunately, the water level here has dropped down by about 3 or 4 foot, which does mean we've actually got quite a gap to try and haul these sort of fish in. And I'll give you a little glimpse of that in just a moment's time. Well, although the sun might be glaring through the window of the car now, it certainly wasn't a couple of minutes ago, as you have just seen. We have just got absolutely drenched. We evacuated the bivvy and made a run for the car, where we're now just going to dry off, and hopefully we can get back to some actual fishing very, very shortly. Those alarms were the bite alarms going off. However, there were no fish. There were no indications whether the fish were moving towards or away from us. It was just purely the absolute torrential rain and the prevailing winds that followed. Well, good morning and welcome to day 2. Bit of a surprise really, but yesterday the owner of the venue decided to come down and have a chat with us and gave us permission to move all of our stuff, including the bivvy, onto the main specimen pools for one night at no extra cost. So we snapped him up with that offer, moved everything just before nightfall and got ourselves set up for yet another glorious night of fishing. Unfortunately, nothing but a bit of wind and rain last night. No fish to catch, unfortunately, but we have still got about 6 or 7 hours of pure fishing to go. After a whole night of fishing, it was starting to become rather apparent that we weren't going to catch any more fish.
Just a waiting game. Where's that one that's going right down? Where have you plunked that in?
That one's on the heli system, so that's down in the middle.
Oh, right, okay. The blue one?
Yeah, blue one. The green one's just tucked into that corner over there.
Yeah, well, those ducks were.
And then that far one, how I managed to get such a tight fit on the edge, but right on the edge of that island. I think that far one, red, stands a much better chance, just because of where it is. We've seen fish dancing around there, haven't we? So.
I know, it's just mad that no one's pulled anything out. It's like they've only got about 5 fish in here and they just don't want to be caught. Complete
Should we phone the owner and just say, out of interest, just how many fish really are in this lake?
Well, apparently there's
pond.
thousands in the other one that we were in. But we actually caught things in there, so you know.
Oh, I guarantee we took one of these rods down within 10 minutes. You'd have a good sized carp.
I was going to say, do you reckon anyone else has been down on that pond today?
I took a stroll down earlier and it's empty.
Oh. Oh well. No, it is what it is.
But there's still time. We've not quite hit that peak time yet, 2 o'clock.
We shall see. We shall see.
I think when somebody gets a bite, or even a fish, that's when everyone will know they're feeding. So that's, I think, when you sort of stand a chance.
We shall see. In the meantime, I'm feeding because
To be honest.
Starving.
And on that note, we decided to call it a day. It had been a fantastic experience, especially for my first time proper carp fishing in over 16 years. We had caught some fantastic fish in our short time at Chorley Springs. We're very grateful to the owner who kindly let us in way after hours and gave us the opportunity to fish on the specimen pool. And until next time, keep on fishing. Oh my god, it's huge! We're gonna catch a big one. You don't know what you're looking at until it's this big. You know you really want to hit that subscribe button. Everybody wants to see more fish.